Hello everybody, I'm RENZO and welcome back to another RENZO mock review. And today we are taking a look at Guardian, the first mock review of the robot mock reviews. And I don't know if you guys got the gist last time, but basically what we'll be doing is we'll be taking a look at all of my robot mocks that are built, and then we'll eventually be moving on to aliens next, and then villains last. This is just a nice, effective way to get all these reviews out. Nobody has to worry about voting or anything. It's very, very simple. So yeah, this is the very first robot. This is Guardian. So let's just get right into the review. So Guardian's a very interesting mock to talk about because there's a lot of different factors that come into his creation. So first and foremost, Guardian was not planned to be a scale-sized robot. He was actually originally planned to be a giant Jaeger mech. Where originally a stud would be the size of a person next to him. This was planned for RENZO Season 3, however, I don't think I've officially discussed this, but RENZO Season 3 is in a little bit of an iffy spot right now because I'm not very confident that I'm going to be working on Season 3, because I'm going to be trying to move on with my life at that point, so we'll see. I'll be talking about this probably sometime in the future, but yeah, so originally he was supposed to be a giant Jaeger called, like a Jaeger-like thing that people pilot, and he was actually called, the name Guardian is taken from Kasai, funnily enough. That's where I got the name Guardian from, but then I realized, first of all, this character doesn't look anything like Bionic. This character doesn't look like Kasai at all, but I don't know, it's interesting. But now Guardian is actually something completely different. He is just an in-scale robot, like in scale with RENZO and every other mock that I have, for the most part. And also, he is inspired by an old mock of mine. You guys wouldn't know, but I built this old mock. I was kind of like Deadpool, or yeah, he was dumb, but that mock just has that inspiration, specifically with the body and the head. Definitely the head, actually, because this head design has been around. This head design has been one of my head designs for a long time. Very simple, but I've always done this for robots. I absolutely love this head design. But let's take a look. Let's take a better look at Guardian. So obviously he's dark red and black, and that's an overused color. I think it's used a lot. I'm guilty of using it before, but it doesn't help that I add the trans yellow because this looks exactly like Lennox, like to a scary degree. It has like the exact same colors as Lennox. Lennox even has the trans yellow, which I recently just introduced on him, so that's not good. It was very unintentional too. While I was building him, the colors just kind of came together. I love this color combination a lot, but then I just realized, oh crap, this guy looks a lot like Lennox. So that's just a little error I made, but I honestly don't care. He's probably only going to be in one episode anyway, so I'm not too worried about Guardian. But I actually really do like Guardian. I like a lot of his shapes. It's very weird and wonky. He's got these kind of small, or he's got these like short little stumpy feet, which I really like. His actual foot isn't like that good with articulation. You can't bring it that much forward. You can't bring it that much back. It does rotate all the way around. Yeah, but the tire is there, and it really does restrict the foot posability. But it's not awful. You can still get a lot of interesting poses with him. I actually really like his torso build. I think that's done really nicely. I like the inclusion of the these pieces that came on the oh, what are they called? Visorak, yeah. He's got one as a tail, and then he's got like two pieces on his legs. I really do like that. I think his torso build looks really solid, honestly. I'm very happy with the shaping of that, with the Borak eyes and whatnot. He can move his torso quite a lot. You can bend that back like that much, which is pretty good. You can hunch forward a little bit. Not too... Oh yeah, that's a considerable amount. His head is on a free ball joint, so it can move down all the way, up all the way. And his arms are very weird, so this is where his arms come into play. He's got very beefy, but at the same time very skinny arms. It's a very weird aesthetic, and the way that I built them is very bizarre as well. But he's got these big old beefy shoulders, and then he's got the standard joint here, which doesn't move all the way. It stops like right there. Stops about halfway. I think that's a 90-degree angle. So it doesn't even go all the way. And then you have this weird like joint with the axle in there. I don't know why I did this. I guess you can kind of get this like Grr, because his actual hands don't. It's not on a free ball joint. His hands are kind of on just an up and down thing. Which you're not supposed to move it because it actually pops these pieces out of place. But it is on an up and down thing, which I think is weird. And then obviously he has the finger articulation that I like to use so much. But that's it, really. I mean, he's got a lot of interesting articulation. I think the mock looks really interesting. It's got a lot of unique little features here and there, and I really like it. I don't want to spend too much time longer on this guy because I know people are going to get mad at me for stuff like that. But I don't know. I really like this guy. I think he's one of my bests, honestly, just because he's so like weird looking. I would talk about his story, but I don't. He doesn't have much of an actual. Oopsie. He doesn't have much of an actual story. He's just kind of like there. So yeah, I'm not gonna tell you too much. But yeah, let's move on. So that was my review of Guardian. I also forgot to mention he's kind of a puncher robot. Like, he doesn't use any weapons. He would straight up punch everything. He's kind of like a brawler. That explains why he's got such beefy arms and beefy shoulders and the long arms with kind of the fist-like wrists and all that. The big beefy wrists. That's kind of the idea that I was trying to get across with Guardian while making him. Because he doesn't have any weapons. So I just said, hey, you know what? Well, he's probably going to punch stuff. And I think that works out the best. So, yeah, I really like Guardian. I think he's honestly one of my best mocks. I'm not going to lie. Just because of, he's simple, but at the same time, he's one of the most G1-oriented mocks of all time. There's barely any G2 on this guy, like, at all. The majority of him is just G1 parts, which I think is really fascinating, especially for me, since I love using CCBS parts. But he doesn't have, like, any, and I think that's really, really fascinating. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys honestly think, because your guys' opinion is one of the only ones that actually matter. I'm really, really excited to see what you guys think of that. This is just the first review in the robots collection, too, so get ready for that. There's a ton of robots coming up. I have, like, 10 robots built up for Renzo. So, yeah, you can expect to enjoy that, and that will definitely take us to 100 mock reviews, which I'm really excited to do the 100th mock review because it's not a traditional mock review. It's something else entirely. So yeah. Yeah, that's about it. But thank you guys so much for watching this review of Guardian, the robot. I'm just going to call it Guardian. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.